My favorite mint, Vaseline. Cause you just don't know how chapped your lips be getting when you be talking. I don't know why my lips be getting. Your lips get super dry when you talk. So I don't know. Put this Vaseline all over my lips to keep them from getting super dry when I'm talking. When y'all come in, we gonna get started. I wish my friend would come in. Okay, this necklace. Okay. I'm gonna get started because if I have to repeat a few things, I will. So I had a conversation today with my doctor, and he thinks that, well, he don't think, he know, because I've been tested for celiac disease, and it didn't come back that I had the actual celiac disease, but I am gluten intolerant. And I didn't take that diagnosis very serious. And I was diagnosed as gluten intolerant maybe 6 or so years ago, and I didn't take the diagnosis serious. I just have continued to basically eat what I wanted to eat, but I stay away from things that I know really bother me. Like popcorn is one thing that I know I cannot eat, so I don't eat popcorn unless it's gluten free. And even if it's gluten free popcorn, I still don't really eat a lot of it because I know it bothers my stomach. But pasta and a lot of other things I continue to eat. So let me share with y'all the things that you cannot have or you should not. Hey Melissa, I'm going over some of the things that you should not have if you have a gluten intolerance. If you have celiac disease or you have a gluten intolerance. Listen to the things that you cannot have. These are things that you have to avoid. Bagels, bread, cakes, candy, cereal, crackers, cookies, dressing, flour, flour tortillas, gravy, ice cream cones, licorice, malts, rolls, pretzels, pasta, pizza, pancakes, sauces, stuffing, soy sauce, veggie burgers, vegetarian bacon, vegetarian chicken patties. This is every fucking thing that I eat. I eat all this stuff. And so I had started having some serious problems with my digestion. And I was talking to my doctor today, and he was like, "You gonna have to change your diet, Miss Brown. Your body is literally telling you that it can no longer process those things. And you have already been warned. Like you've been warned years ago that you have a problem with gluten. They did a biopsy of my stomach. They did an endoscopy. They did a colonoscopy and an endoscopy. And the endoscopy is when they look in your stomach and look and see what's going on in there. And that's when they came back and was like, hey, you need to stay away from gluten. And I was like, okay, okay. And I didn't take it serious. I didn't take it serious at all. I only took it serious on a few things. I was like, okay, well, I can stay away from bagels because I don't really like, I don't eat a whole lot of bagels anyway because they're so dense and heavy. But I like my bread. I like having toast. I like going out to breakfast and having toast and pancakes and waffles and all the stuff. But now my belly has said, you can't have that. And I'm sad. I am so sad. Like, I'm sad to the point where I want to cry. I just got off the phone with my doctor and he didn't put me on the MAPS, MOPAT diet or the elimination diet where, you you really become hyper focused on what you eat. Along with eliminating all this shit. This is basically everything that I eat in a nutshell. And he was like, no high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup is in everything. So I'm not supposed to have, I got to give up my Sprites. I had no fruit juices and none of that. What we gonna eat, girl? What are we gonna eat? Because my stomach, I've been producing too much gas. And when you produce too much gas, it makes bacteria in your gut. And that makes you sick. And that's what's been going on with me. Like I lost 10 pounds just from me having like all of these crazy bouts of diarrhea. And so, the doctor asks you all these questions like, what does your diarrhea look like? And the good thing is they had just did that colon test on me to make sure there's no blood in my stool. The stool don't, look like it has any. I do have some medical training, so if it looked weird, I would have been at the hospital instead of talking to him on the phone. So he's saying that it doesn't sound like, I have like Crohn's disease or anything very serious. It just seems like really have IBS. And I'm not treating IBS like it's real. I'm one of them kind of people. My mama used to always say this, that I don't think fat meat is greasy. I don't. Until it get bad. And then I'll be like, oh shit, it is. So here we are, 5 years after a diagnosis of being gluten intolerant, and thinking that they wasn't talking to me. They was clearly talking to me. Mrs. Brown. I'm sitting there, they giving me the diagnosis, telling me what they found in my stomach, and something in my brain is like, they ain't talking to you, girl. They can't be talking to you. You gonna eat whatever you want to eat. And I probably left that appointment and went to McDonald's knowing my... So, from now on, my bread has to be gluten-free. My bread. I can't eat. I don't really eat a lot of crackers anyway. The only time that I really eat crackers is if I'm sick or something. Cake, bagels, bread, cake, candy. And you know what? You know what I just got addicted to? Gummy worms. How was I supposed to know that gummy worms and gummy bears can cause diarrhea? Did you know that? Did you know that gummy bears and gummy worms, because of what they're made out of, can cause diarrhea? And I be eating them. I just be sitting here watching my shows. I had got addicted to them Sour Patch Kids, them peach rings, them little gummy peach ring things, gummy worms. I've been eating them like crazy. Those cause a major cause of diarrhea because of what they're made out of. I ain't gonna be able to eat shit. I'm gonna be skinny as hell. I'm gonna be so skinny because on this diet you really can't eat nothing but like meat, a few vegetables. You can eat broccoli, but you can only eat the head of the broccoli. You can't eat the stems because the stems will bloat you. So I can't eat anything that causes gas. I'm gonna be. You ain't supposed to have no sodas. If you drink a soda, it's supposed to be diet. Because you're not supposed to have anything with high fructose corn syrup. Why I couldn't just stay 20? Why? Why did God design our bodies to do this? Why I couldn't just stay 20 years old? When I was 20, I ain't have all these damn problems. Now I'm gonna get to 60 and can't eat shit. I'm gonna be drinking water. I can't have no candy, no cookies. How the hell am I supposed to live and I can't have no candy? This the worst news. Girl, you gotta give up them gummy bears if you got IBS. You gotta give them up. They cause diarrhea and bloating. You gotta give them up. My doctor was like, you gotta give up everything that has high fructose corn syrup. Because high fructose corn syrup causes gas in your digestive tract. Girl, this the worst news I could have got. You know me and my husband love to eat. And I'm just not going to be able to sit and watch my husband down every damn thing at the restaurant. And I'm sitting there with a piece of carrot and some hummus. Well, at least I can go out and have a nice steak. I can still have red meat. I just can't have all of the sides that go with it. So I just be up in there eating a steak by itself. Or I can have a vegetable. But I can't have no bread. I can't go out to a restaurant and have, how they be bringing that good old bread at the Cheesecake Factory. I can't have that no more. Because this got to go. I can't continue to survive with my gut acting the way it is. And he doesn't want me to start taking any probiotics until I change my diet. Because he said that ain't going to help. If you take probiotics and you still eating the same way, you're not going to help. It's not going to help. Girl, the fructose corn syrup, I might as well, the Lord just might as well call me on. Because I don't know how I'm going to do that. Because high fructose corn syrup is in everything. Every single solitary thing except water and meat. I guess I'm going to basically be on a carnivore diet. All I'm going to be able to eat is meat and eggs. You can have eggs. I even have to be careful with my breakfast. Like normally, go sit down somewhere. I was eating cream of wheat in the morning. Like my father-in-law gets up and makes cream of wheat and sausages every morning. I can't even have cream of wheat. It has gluten. So for breakfast, I have to have like an egg and a piece of meat. And I can have toast, but it just has to be gluten-free bread. And I swear to God, like I had did this for a minute. I had went on a gluten-free diet for like when they first told me that, I had this issue. I had kind of went on this gluten-free kick, and I was like, really trying to buy things that said gluten-free, like gluten-free crackers and gluten-free bread and stuff. Gluten-free stuff is so disgusting. It tastes like cardboard. When they remove the gluten from food, it's like they remove the flavor too. It's gross. Gluten-free crackers, they just dry. They dry. It's like trying to eat a hard piece of paper. Gluten-free bread is dry. I can deal with, because I don't have toast for breakfast every morning anyway. I think I can deal with the bread. But it's all that other stuff. Like cookies and cupcakes and I just don't understand it. I just feel like I've been one of Jesus' good kids too. I haven't been a bad kid. Like it's not like I've been out here doing all kind of stuff. Like why, Jesus? I thought we was cool. You could have just went and told the father, don't put all that on her. What Paul say? Every time I try to do right, evil is right around the corner. Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just don't. Because when you go to the store, you be having your mouth fixed for a certain thing, and then now to just know I can't eat half the shit I love. This bad as being diabetic. This is as bad as being diabetic. And I had, when I found out that I had a gluten intolerance, I did start to limit my pasta intake. I don't eat pasta a lot, because I did notice, when I do eat pasta, I kind of have a problem, but no pizza. Because I don't want my husband to suffer just as I'm suffering and have to end up getting like, um, I think they do have pizza crust, gluten-free pizza crust. I think you can at some places. My my niece, my niece works at My Pizza. I'm gonna ask her. Oh, does Domino's have it? Oh, Domino has it. Domino has a gluten-free pizza crust. Our gluten-free crust contains no wheat, rye, or barley. So, look like that's where we gonna be, because I have really gotten to the point where my stomach is just like, something ain't right, girl. Something ain't right, and we're gonna have to fix it. So that's the bad news for today. Now, yesterday, I did look on TikTok, and they did release some more information about that man, the white guy with the baby. Come to find out, the mother of the child was had been in foster care. This was a private adoption. So when it's a private adoption, they go through a lawyer that handles adoptions. It was said that he paid this young lady $7,000. I guess, the young lady doesn't. If she went through foster care, then there's probably some type of issue between her and her family. And he was able, as a convicted felon with some drug charges and everything, he was able to adopt this baby because, for one, he had the money, and for two, he went through a private attorney. It's a private adoption. That makes the story even sadder to me. It really does. Because it is he paid for this baby. And it just, I don't know this man, and I don't want to say that he's a bad person, because I know that I work with people who, were drug addicts, and a lot of them really got their lives together and stuff. But I still wouldn't have, even with them getting their lives together, coming to Christ, and, going to church and really becoming productive members of society, I still wouldn't have been the first person to recommend that they adopt a baby. Just because, as a felon with more than one conviction, I can see you making a mistake one time. And it's a bad mistake. It's a felony. It's a bad mistake. But to have repeat felonies on your record, and then you go and pay for a baby, that you then use as a prop for social media, that don't sit right in my spirit. That just don't sit right in my spirit. I'm sorry. It don't sit right in my spirit. And I guess he was getting so much backlash from that video that he either privated or deleted his TikTok. Because he was getting a lot of backlash. A lot. And he should. He should. Because this is a little human being that you have. No, he is in a gay relationship. He's a gay man. So it's two men that adopted this little black baby. Two men. And I'm not even going to speak on that. My issue with that. Because I know y'all going to get mad. I don't think that should have happened. I don't. I don't think two men should be allowed to adopt a little girl. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't. So, especially these two. Because I think the dude said both of them convicts. Both of them. Child, if you don't know that a newborn don't need to have nothing done to her hair, you definitely don't need a child. You definitely do not need a child. You don't know how to deal with the simplest thing that has to do with the baby, which is their hair. You don't know how to do that. You don't need a baby. You don't need no baby. Who the hell trusts you with a baby? But that's because the adoption did not go through the court. There was no one to do a background check. They probably didn't even do a background check. The girl probably didn't even have an attorney. She probably didn't even have anybody to advocate for her. It's just a shame. And now they got this child. It's starting off bad. You think it ain't gonna end bad? They starting off wrong. It's just horrible. So I don't know. Some people were saying that CPS should get involved and stuff like that, but he hasn't broken any laws. Like, what he's doing is more morally wrong than it is like breaking a law. So CPS, there would be no reason for CPS to step in. Even the pictures that, taking a baby out in public as a newborn, just putting her places to take pictures of her and having her in a car seat and him not knowing that when you put an infant in a car seat, you should take their coat off so that the car seat fits properly. They shouldn't have on like a thick coat and stuff up under the buckles in the car seat. But see, you don't know that because you don't know anything about a child. Like, even in the car seat, he didn't have her like buckled in correctly. He didn't have like the straps of the car seat tight enough around her because she a newborn. He don't even know how to adjust the straps of the car seat. And then taking pictures of her at home in that like baby swing, and she wasn't even secured in there. She was just swaddled in the swing, not even secured with the little, buckle thing. But you don't know that because you don't know anything about babies. You don't know anything about kids. Yeah, you supposed to watch that video before you and ain't the nurse supposed to come and make sure that the baby in the car seat correctly and stuff? I remember that one. Even when I left the hospital with my kid, well, yeah, when Amani left the hospital, the nurse came down to make sure that the baby was in the car seat correctly, and the car seat went in the car. I don't know, child. I really don't. I don't know what he doing, but I know he ain't doing it right. He not doing it right. And then posting all that stuff on social media. Of course, if you're gonna be posting it on social media, people gonna see it and react to it. I don't know what he thought. When he posted that video, I don't know which direction he thought that was gonna go in, but it sure didn't go in the direction that he thought it was. I better get used to drinking this water because it looks like that's gonna be the only thing I'm gonna be drinking. I cannot stop thinking about this. I can't. Ever since I hung up from talking to the doctor, that's been the only thing I've been thinking about. Lord, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to go into deep prayer, because He gonna have to deliver me from this celiac shit. I'm gonna be fasting and I ain't gonna have no other choice but to fast. I can't eat. I can't eat nothing. He gonna have to deliver me. I'm gonna go to church Sunday and throw myself on the altar. I'm gonna tell that pastor, you gonna have to pray for me. I got the celiacs. Yeah. Girl, we're good. I don't want to be the only one out here suffering. I need somebody to suffer with me. Why should I have to suffer alone? What did I do to deserve this? Girl, I can't believe it, girl. Can't eat nothing. I'm gonna be out here eating air sandwiches because I can't have no bread. Can't have no air either. Because I already got enough gas. So I can't be out here just slurping up air. I already got enough of it. And my doctor was like, I was telling him that I was drinking that tart cherry juice to help lower my blood pressure, and it was like drinking before you go to bed. He was like, stop doing that. Stop doing that. That ain't doing nothing but making more gas. You can't have nothing before bed that causes gas. I'ma just dig a hole and jump in it. Okay? Because I can't have nothing. He said, do not drink any soda, fruit juice, even if it's natural. Don't drink none of that before bed. Because your stomach is going to process that while you sleep, and it's going to turn into gas. If you get thirsty before you go to bed, drink some water. Do you know how much I be snacking? My middle name is Snack. I be sitting here eating my gummy worms and cookies and stuff because I always get hungry around 11:30. And I be looking for some cookies or some gummy worms. Or I have to have some type of snack. No, you don't. Go to sleep. I gotta look on that the food mop, whatever it's called, FODMAP diet, to see what I can have. Lord, I don't even want to look at all of the things that I can't have. Let me see what are some of the things that I can have. Lettuce, carrots, cucumbers, beans, onions, strawberry, pineapple, grapes, blackberry, watermelon, peaches, chicken, eggs, tofu, sausage, fish, and some breaded meats. I can still have butter and oil. I can't have peanuts. You can't have peanuts on this diet. Almonds, avocado, pistachio. These are the only nuts I guess you can have. Potatoes. Tortilla chips if they gluten free. Beans. And you can have gluten free bread or muffins. This diet is very limited. It's called the FODMAP diet. That's what I'm doing right now. Gluten-free bread is horrible. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. You can have dark chocolate, and I hate dark chocolate. I do not like dark chocolate. I'm gonna talk to one of my other friends. I know she does this diet. So you can have carrots, bell peppers, lettuce, cucumbers, cabbage. I don't see how you can have cabbage. Because I know cabbage produces gas. And peas. You can have about any protein you want. Beef, pork, chicken, fish, eggs. So protein ain't a problem. But it's all the other stuff you can't have. I'm gonna be about this big. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, you can have vegetables. It's just the vegetables that's on the list though. You can have some vegetables. You can have broccoli, but you can only eat the head. You can't eat the stems. You can have cauliflower. You can have spinach. You just, and it looks like rice is off the list too. They want quinoa and couscous. I don't know how I'm gonna do this shit. You can have onions. Onions is on here. But what you gonna do? What you gonna eat it with? You can put it in a salad. Yeah, rice. Don't look like rice is on here. And if it is, it's probably brown. Let me see. Yeah, brown rice. No white rice. Brown rice. Kale. You can have a banana, eggplant, asparagus. I like asparagus though. What do chickpeas taste like? You ever eaten chickpeas? I've never tasted them. Hummus is ground up chickpeas, right? I've never tasted them in their whole state. What do they taste like? Have you ever had them? And I don't remember having eggplant. I don't really know what eggplant tastes like. Maybe I'm gonna have to cook it and see. They bland, not much taste. Well, can't you make them taste like something though? Like if you season them up, will they? They look bland. They look waxy. They look like little wax balls. I don't know what I want to. I don't. I guess I'll just be a carnivore. But you gotta eat some type of fiber though. See, that's what I'm scared of, the texture. I think that because they look like little wax balls to me. And I think I tried them before and I didn't like the texture. I don't know. I don't know if I want to buy them. I don't know. Somebody said you could fry them though. And when you fry them, they taste better. I don't know. You get them crunchy. Season them up real good and fry them. And they get kind of crunchy and they taste better. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to just go cry. Maybe if I have a good cry. And you know, I told my husband, he started laughing. So I know what that means. That means this is not a diet that he plans on going on with me. I'm on my own. I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna do this. He gonna be like, did nobody tell you to be allergic to everything in the world? I'm gonna ask the Lord to deliver me from this celiac stuff. Well, that's it, girl. That's where we at. I can't drink no beer. Not that I'm a big beer drinker anyway. Girl, when I looked at when he told me to go and research this diet and I looked, but he had already told me. He said this is the elimination diet. He said this is going to take a lot of things out of your what you normally eat. And I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Yeah, I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to start, really trying to eliminate things tomorrow. I mean, I know I ain't going to be able to get rid of everything at one time. But yeah, I'm going to get up in the morning and, not eat cream of wheat. I'm going to get up in the morning and like fix me an egg and not have any, and I just bought a whole thing of bagels. Just did. So I might just get up in the morning, fix me an egg, eat like a little bit of bagel. Or tell my husband, you're going to have to eat up the rest of these bagels. And then go to the store. But see, the thing is, I really don't eat toast every morning. But I know I'm going to eventually get sick of eating eggs every day. I don't want that shit. But you can't have oatmeal. You can have oatmeal. This is about to be crazy. She said I'm about to eat my gummy bears first. Girl, I only got a few left. I only got like 4 or 5 left in the bag. I'm going to eat the rest of them. We're going to start tomorrow. I'm going to just. But I am going to, really try to get as close to this diet as possible, because if I don't, they're going to do another endoscopy. He's trying not to have me go through another endoscopy. So I'm going to try my best to get as close to this diet as possible. I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted with this. Yeah, because I don't want to be like, my stomach has really been, doing some things that it don't normally do. And the way I described what is going on, the doctor was like, yeah, it sounds like you're putting too much stress on your digestive system because you're eating too many things that your body is having a hard time processing. And your body will literally tell you when you're doing something wrong. That's the way the body is designed. It will tell you when you ain't doing it right. And he said my symptoms are classic irritable bowel syndrome symptoms. He said mine are textbook. He said you have textbooks irritable bowel syndrome plus gluten intolerance symptoms. You have all of the symptoms. Everything I described is IBS gluten intolerance related. So, girl, I am so tired of being scared of, should I leave the house? Am I going to have to poop? Did I already poop? Oh, if I go somewhere, am I going to have to poop? I can't live like that. Hey, RJ. We just discussing my celiac gluten intolerance issues today. I just found out that I have to go on a very strict diet that basically eliminates everything that I like to eat. And I'm disgusted. And my feelings hurt. Why you ignorant? Don't say you ignorant. Why you ignorant? You're not ignorant just because you don't know something. You just don't know it, and people are here to help you figure it out. What do you not know? Oh, you have no idea what gluten is? A lot of people don't know what gluten is. Gluten is something that is in food that is hard for people like myself to digest. Gluten is in bread. It's in muffins. It's in a lot of it's in pasta. And people like myself have some people have celiac disease where they can't eat these things at all. I have what is called a gluten intolerance where I can eat it, but if I eat too much of it, my body will start to react. So obviously, I've been eating too much of it. And it's so many things like pizza. It's in the pizza dough. It's in the crust of the pizza. It's in popcorn. It's in so many things. It's in the grain and stuff. Like wheat. Some of us are allergic to wheat. So wheat bread will trigger it. So you have to stay away from anything that has gluten in it, because it will, you're basically allergic to it. So pasta, bread, muffins, cookies, sugar, high fructose corn syrup. A lot of people don't understand. You have to get gluten-free popcorn. Popcorn is an irritant also. Most people who have celiac disease or um, a gluten intolerance have to stay away from popcorn. There is gluten-free popcorn, because that's normally the popcorn that I get. It clearly says gluten-free on there. And I really should not eat popcorn, period. Because anytime I eat popcorn, it it does something to my stomach. Like, I'm not able to digest popcorn. And the weird thing, they say people who can't digest popcorn shouldn't eat corn either. But I don't have a problem when I eat corn. Because they say most people don't digest corn well. Your body just don't digest it. It just passes through the system. It's hard to digest. Popcorn is very hard to digest. Now, see, I would think that the gluten-free pretzels would be drier. Pretzels are already dry. I would think that the gluten-free pretzels would be even worse. I think we're born like that. I do. Because I was telling my doctor today that I've had issues with my stomach since I was a little kid, but they didn't know what was wrong. They didn't know what was wrong with us. They didn't know what was wrong with me. I think we are born with certain allergens, and we just don't know everything that we're allergic to. Because it don't make you sick, it only makes you feel bad until you get to the point where I am, and it starts to mess with your digestive system. Most people don't know half the things that they are allergic to. And you don't pay attention to it because, like, milk is in almost everything, and corn is in almost everything we eat. And people don't realize that. Like, I stopped drinking milk years ago. I knew I had a lactose intolerance. And when I would drink milk, it would make me feel so bad, like make my stomach cramp so bad that I was forced to stop messing with milk and went to almond milk or Lactaid and stuff like that. But I didn't, about 5 or 6 years ago, I had an endoscopy done because I was having problems with my stomach. And they told me then that I had a gluten intolerance, but I didn't believe them. I was like, people don't know what the hell they talking about. I ain't listening to that shit. So now here we are. Me almost 60 years old and my body saying they knew what they was talking about. You didn't listen. So we about to send you through all these changes until you stop eating that shit. Well, if if you're one of those people, like my husband, he don't have no allergies either. If you're one of those people that don't have any allergies, thank God. Thank God. But I do. And the jacked up thing is, I'm not just allergic to a few things. It's hella shit. It's so much stuff. It's depressing. It's everything. Bread, cookies, cake, pasta, pizza, tortillas. It's everything. So when people tell you that they are gluten intolerant or that they have celiac disease, pray for them people, because they out here struggling. It is real out here. It is real out here in these gluten-free streets. Chocolate. I can't have no gummy bears. But you know, I couldn't imagine if I was a child growing up, going to parties or, at school, and your friends are able to eat everything, and you are a child with celiac disease, or you're a child, who has gluten issues and you can't eat nothing. All the good stuff. Everything that I enjoyed has been taken away from me. Just taken away. Beer, bread, wheat, cakes, pies, candy, cereal, cookies, crackers, all that. Wheat. I can still have eggs. I can have fruits and vegetables. I just have to be careful which vegetables, because some vegetables cause you to have a lot of gas. I can have beans. I don't even really like beans like that. Eggs. You can have meat. Quinoa. Brown rice. And I don't like brown rice. I can have grits, but it's got to be labeled gluten free. I didn't even know they had gluten free grits. Like, you can't even have grits. You can't have croutons, French fries. Fuck. French fries. Hot dogs. You can have no processed meat. Salad dressing. I can't have no ranch. No soy sauce. Because soy sauce has wheat in it. potato chips, tortilla chips. This is crazy. This is really crazy. I don't believe this. Yeah, no soy. But one of the things said you could have tofu on the other diet. Girl, I don't know what's wrong with French fries because you can have potatoes. Maybe it's the oil. Maybe it's the oil that messes it up when you fry them. I don't know. Shoot. I don't know what I'm gonna do, Jesus. I don't even like quinoa. I don't like quinoa. Quinoa nasty. And I don't like brown rice. Hey, Phoenix 44 from Texas. I don't like brown rice. Brown rice nasty. I'm gonna be skinny. I'm about to be skinny because I just ain't gonna eat nothing. I'm gonna just drink water. I'm gonna be on a water fast. No, I'm gonna be a carnivore. I'm gonna be a carnivore. I'm gonna just go on a carnivore diet and just eat meat. Nah, but you gotta have some type of fiber. I don't see how people on a carnivore diet how they be surviving with no fiber. At least I can have chicken and beef and fish. I just can't have no French fries with it. How you gonna eat fish without French fries or bread? Yeah, I can't just sit up and eat meat by itself. I'm gonna find a gluten-free bread that I like though and just stick with it. She said, I'm not cutting my French fries. I wonder if you can bake the fries. You know what I mean? Or air fry them. If you put them in the air fryer, you don't use any oil. But you know, you can use olive oil. You can use olive oil. So put them in the air fryer. Okay, thank you, Phoenix 44. See you later. I'm finna go anyway, because I'm disgusted. I'm so disgusted. And I got to do this diet for at least a month. And if that doesn't take away the symptoms that I've been having, then they're gonna think about doing a endoscopy to see if it's anything else in there. But he doesn't think that it's anything serious because of the symptoms that I have. If the symptoms were more serious, then he would think it was something serious. But he really thinks it's food related. So I'm gonna just be showing some meals that I make using the, what is it called? FOD diet? Food map? FOD map or something? Shit, I don't even know what it's called, y'all. FOD map? we gonna be a gluten-free house. Yeah. FODMAP. That's what it's called. The FODMAP diet. Meal plan for better digestion. That's what we're going to be doing. Yeah. Look it up on Google. Just Google FODMAP. And that's supposed to really help. It's supposed to really help if you have like IBS symptoms. That's the diet that they want you to be on if you have IBS, to help kind of clear things up. And then I go from FODMAP into being gluten free. And that should really help everything. So it's for irritable bowel syndrome and or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, SIBO. So it's to help you figure out which foods are problematic and which foods reduce symptoms. So that's what we're doing. Figuring out what will help, what's good for the body, and what's not. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be talking about something more fun, because today was not fun. But I'm gonna make the best of it. I can't allow this situation to, because going into something, being depressed about it, is not going to make the situation any better. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to make it fun and, find some things that I like to eat and just eat those things, because I'm a creature of habit anyway. So once I fall into a routine that I enjoy, cooking chicken, having my steaks or whatever, and, some sides that I like to go with it, then I think I'll be okay. I mean, yeah, am I going to miss certain things? Of course I will. But if it's going to make me feel better in the long run, then that's the best for me. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Thank you so much for being here with me while I was complaining, Melissa. You my girl. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.